Alright, so I'm gonna make a little video to put on how to put on the top cover. Had a couple requests. I was actually quite a while ago, several months ago I think. But to start out with, for the most part your car has to be clean. You can't have no filthy car and put the cover on, because what's gonna happen is the dirt that's between the cover and the car that's on the car will it'll scratch your paint and stuff. And you don't want to get the underside of the cover dirty either, because the underside, let's say you get the underside dirty, then after you finish washing your car, the underside's still dirty, you put the cover on, it's still gonna, it's still dirty and it's still gonna scratch your paint some. So good idea to make sure that the car is basically clean. Okay. You gotta see which side's the front, which side's the rear. Once you determine that, you could, toss this on there. One way I know is that once the front and the rear is all around the perimeter, the underside will have this felt or what is it called? Fleece-like material, polyester fleece. Whereas the front, where the windshield is, it's like that. It has no, it has no fleece material. So that's how I know it's the front. So for the most part, when I throw the cover on, I try to keep it on the rack top and not on the metal or the paint. That that minimizes the dirtiness and scratching. Okay, so here's the initial how it's on. So initially how it's on, and I already did the Velcro around the mirrors there. There's this Velcro strap. So Velcro it on there, around there, up towards the front here. There's the windshield wipers here. So get the driver's side first, then the passenger side. All right, like so. If you're just you park your car in the garage or some spaces that's not really windy, this is fine. That's all you need to do. This is how I park. That's how I leave mine. I don't do anything else. But let's say if you were to say park outside where it's windy, you need to basically put down the anchoring points. So this car has 6 points. So right here by the front, in front of the side mirrors, that's this little. Basically, this little for that felt material, they made this little extra thing right here. This right here is supposed to go into the front door jamb. The front fender and the front quarter panel and the door. It goes into this little jamb right there, right? So that's one spot, and obviously the other side as well. Then where the handle is, it has that as well, right here. So it goes into that. Then the trunk also has a spot as well that goes between the trunk lid and the back part where the brake light is. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna put the back section on first before I do the doors. The reason why I want to do that is because sometimes if you don't do this first, you might not have enough space to. If you do the other two first, you might not have enough space to pull this back. So this will give me my pull back initially. Then I could do the door where the doors are. Okay, like so. Pull out the trunk. So this is sort of a pain because there's two sides. Sometimes if you place your windshield wipers on already, and the cover is too far forward, you might have to kind of pull it back a little bit. The thing that's holding it is actually the windshield wipers. Okay, so I think I'm just about there. I pull both sides back a little even. Make sure that they're even. So normally I don't do this, but you know, I got a request from some folks about doing this. So that's why I'm doing it. So because it's kind of a pain in the butt. I wish they had made those little thingamabobs a little bit longer. I think those little nubby parts for the cover. Okay, so I kind of have to play around up and down a little bit, make sure that everything's in right, kind of aligned properly. Okay, so I'm good there. I think I could shut this down. Okay, so that's one. So now it's basically it's there, so the wind won't blow it off. So let's see what that looks like. So now that little top part is actually in the trunk jam right there, right? So you just look at the side right here. So it's in there, and notice that my edge material here is not in the jam either. It's actually outside the jam. See that? Same thing both sides. And you look at this part here, making sure that it's even with each other. That's how you know this back piece here is at least is centered. Okay, so that's one spot, or the back spot. So I would do that first. Then now I'm gonna basically open the door a little bit. I have to do the front section first before I do the rear section. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Let's try to get my little stool there over. So here's the front section here. Gotta open the door a little bit. A little bit of a crack in the door. This, so I think this one's probably the biggest pain. The two doors are the biggest pain because it's not, it's like you gotta have like two people doing this to really get it in properly. So you have the door almost shut, basically. Now, it'd be nice if the thing was like you could get it down lower, but it seems like I can't, because of it's like the way that they designed it. It feels like it's a little bit on the tight side, I think. So it feels like it's not all the way. Isn't able to get all the way down as far as it could go. I could have swore when it was newer, I was able to get it, but now that it's older, it seems like it shrunk or something. But this is nylon. Nylon doesn't shrink, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, so right now my door's cracked a couple inches open, and I have the front jammed in already. And I'm holding the rear in position so that way when I shut the door, the rear will jam in as well. Oops, missed it. Okay, there it goes. So it's not the whole tab part is not all the way in. So I only have about half of it in. Because again, it feels like this cover is a little bit on the. This cover is like seems like it's a little bit on the small side for some reason. So about half of it's in the door jamb right here. So here's where the door jamb ends when my finger is, and the other half is actually still outside of it. On this side as well. Let's see how. Oh shoot! This side didn't catch. Oh dang it! I thought I caught this side. Okay, well I have to do it again. Actually, let me. I'm gonna take the camera off of this side, this front side, and bring the camera to the back, so you guys can see that. So yes, so I don't normally, like I said, I don't normally do this just because of this main reason right here. And if I do put these tabs in, I usually only do it on the trunk and not the doors, just because the door is just a real pain in the butt. Like so. So I have an inch or so open. I'm just gonna leave this section right in there. Hopefully it just close on. When I close this, it'll be in there. Oops, nope, didn't shut. Dang it, didn't shut. It's kind of jammed in there improperly. Again, I don't normally do this for this very reason. Okay, it's in there. Now it's in. So it's not and it's not all the way in either. Only like about half of it's in. The other half is kind of sticking out up here. It's just like, you know, again, it seems like it's a little bit, the fit wise, it's a little bit on the tight side. So it doesn't seem like it fits all the way. You know, it doesn't seem like it fits all the way how it should fit. So let's do this side. This side's gonna be the same thing. Open up my door, let the door jamb open a little bit. Kind of get this in here. If you need to, maybe you might want to release the Velcro. That'll give you a little bit of slop. Okay, so that side's in. So I'm just gonna leave it there because once the door gets almost closed, this side will hold itself. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the back.